Everybody involved in youth sports these days seems to be worried about overtraining, and this worrying has been taken to new heights because athletes are getting back into training and competition after having taken almost 4 months off. We've even heard about people offering young athletes specific recovery services, including sticking their legs into pneumatic compression boots post-workout, claiming it will help them recover and prevent injury. But the real question here is, recover from what? Are young amateur athletes actually training hard enough to warrant the use of recovery products and services? Do they really need recovery? Or should they be focusing their time, energy, and money on proper training, nutrition, and hydration habits instead? We'll be answering all those questions and more today on the Soccer Fitness video blog. Hello, I'm Richard Bucciarelli. This video is brought to you by Soccer Fitness and Speed Training. Be sure to like the video, comment on it, share it, and hit the notification bell to make sure that you never miss any of our updates. So here we go. Return to play is here, and soon almost all youth athletes will be getting back onto the pitch for training and maybe even competition. But are they ready? The most likely answer to that question is no, because physically it's difficult to be in game shape following 3+ months of not training or playing games. And even if athletes have been keeping up with their HIIT training and bodyweight strength training, see links to our videos here and in the video description below for everything you need to know about those topics, it's still not very likely that athletes will have built up or maintained their fitness to the level that it was at before the pandemic started almost 4 months ago. So, return to play programming has been provided to youth sports organizations from around the country. I even gave a presentation recently in a Beyond Pulse webinar about this very topic. You can link to it here or in the video description below. And included in the protocols are very clear instructions about how to plan and periodize training load, starting low and gradually making small incremental increases each week to avoid having athletes do too much too soon. If training load is planned and administered properly, see link to my previous video blogs here or in the video description below for all the information you need about those topics, then you can avoid the spikes or large increases of over 10% in weekly training load that precede almost all sports injuries. What this means is simple. Don't increase training load by more than 10% from one week to the next, and your athletes won't get hurt. So why all the fuss about recovery services? Unfortunately, we're dealing with a mix of uneducated consumers and equally uneducated salespeople trying to profit off of them. The truth is that while pneumatic compression does work to help improve recovery post-exercise, there is no evidence available which indicates that using this technique is necessary for young amateur athletes. From the literature, these products are used only when at least one or more of the following conditions are met. 1. Athletes are adolescents or adults, typically 15 years of age or older, as this is the earliest age when concentration of metabolic byproducts of exercise that are actually removed using pneumatic compression accumulate in large enough quantities after a workout. 2. Athletes are training and competing at a high intensity for 5 or more days of the week, which negates the ability to have off or rest and recovery days in between training sessions. And 3, athletes are training and competing at a high level, typically provincial or national, and this is because if they're not competing at that level, they're probably not training at a high enough intensity to warrant the use of recovery products in the first place. Number 3 is especially important to keep in mind because the truth is that almost all youth athletes are not training with sufficient volume or intensity, that is, training load, to warrant the use of extra recovery products or services. In other words, they're undertrained, so they don't have anything to recover from. We just recently did a video all about the concept of undertraining, and you can learn more about it here and in the video description below. So how exactly can young athletes optimize recovery and avoid injuries without specific recovery products or services? First and foremost, fix your training. Improving aerobic fitness is the best defense against any and all overuse injuries, as it helps with both immediate, that's post-workout, and chronic or long-term recovery. And improving mobility, whether it's through specific joint mobility exercises or through programs like yoga or Pilates, will also help maximize the quality of sports movements and significantly decrease injury risk. Second, manage your training load. As mentioned previously, you can monitor training load in a variety of ways, and making sure you don't increase load by more than 10% from one week to the next is a proven and effective way to avoid injury. Third, fix your diet. Athletes need optimal amounts of carbohydrates to provide energy and protein to help muscles recover throughout the day. We've created simple and easy to follow videos telling you everything you need to know about carbohydrates here and protein here, and they're also available in the video description below. And this includes how many of the nutrients to eat, when to eat them, and what foods are the best sources. Finally, stay hydrated. Water and electrolytes play a critical role in helping recover both short and long term, and we've also done a video all about that topic, which you can see here or in the video description below, and it can help you to plan a hydration protocol that works for you and to monitor your hydration status to see whether or not it's working. Don't get me wrong, as a professional fitness coach and sports scientist who's worked at the highest levels of sport in the country, I understand the benefits that recovery services like pneumatic compression can provide more than anyone. But for the great majority of amateur youth athletes, much like with protein and other diet supplements, using recovery products or services without first addressing the strategies mentioned here is like putting the cart before the horse. Any benefit you may get from them is far outweighed by what you can achieve by fixing your training, diet, and hydration. So start with those before you waste any of your time and money. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. You can comment on any video, and feel free to share it with anyone who you may think will find it interesting. That's it for the video blog this week. We'll see you next time, and until then, keep reaching your soccer fitness goals.